Wee wee everyone, how are we all doing? Hope we're doing well. Welcome in TB, congrats on first. Welcome in Project, congrats on second. Welcome in Thaxos, congrats on third. How's everyone doing on this fine Final Fantasy Saturday?
Committed murder.
I committed no such thing. That is a lie. The only thing that I am committed to is streaming for you guys. And also my girlfriend, I'm very committed to her too. Hello Thaxos, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. TB, I've already asked the question. How's it? I hope everyone's doing well. That's basically it. I hope we're having a phenomenal day. I'm gonna move my... I'm like constantly going back and forth on where I want my microphone to be positioned for like maximum comfort for me, and the answer is I don't fudging know. I move it around so often. Exhausted? Yeah, relatable. That's such a mood. Anyway, we've got Graha Tia to talk to and possible chores to do, I guess. So let's just get that started. Hi, Project. How are things? Shall we be off then? Arthur is home to the High Crucible of Alchemia, whose alchemists forged many of our warding scales. This seems as good a place as any to begin our investigation, don't you think? I spoke briefly with Nuhadin, the chief alchemist here, on our last visit. He should be happy to answer our queries. I've been exhausted. I've been tired. I'm tired, boss. I'm tired, boss. Doing urgent last-minute cleaning as well as mentally preparing for 7 hours of Clown Ultimate later tonight. So your PC's fine again? I mean, if you're doing Clown Ultimate, I'm sure it means you're fine. That's too bad. Jeez, okay, they're aggressive. Aggressive today. Oh, escorting. Okay, let's... Wait, where are we going? Can I take the shard up to this way? I could if I'd been there, and I haven't. So that's fun. Okay, well, we're walking. We're walking, friends. It's your spare backup machine. Oof, that's a rip. I mean, at least you have a backup. I don't. My computer dies, I die. Mentally and physically. I don't want to be here anymore. Okay, it's still disabled. I was like, you never know, maybe it will enable itself. No, if we had a second PC here, that would be swell. Penty just in the background going like, mm-hmm. Unfortunately, RAM prices are, well, memory prices in general are fudging insane. New Hadeen. Hello, New. I remember those red eyes. You were those scions who commissioned the scales from us, yes? I welcome you back to the High Crucible. What brings you in here in these troubling times? We're assisting the Satrap in investigating the crisis that plagues the city. Did you happen to catch sight of any of the creatures? I did. As I was going about my work, I was disturbed by crashing footsteps so powerful the very ground shook. I rushed outside and could not believe what I beheld. The night sky was burning. Suddenly I heard panic screams coming from the direction of Balshan Bazaar. In the next instant, a monstrous beast poked its head out from amidst the stalls. A handful of the Radiant rushed to the scene, only to be sent sprawling as the fiend and its minions propelled themselves skyward. But a blasphemy came from the vicinity of the markets. This knowledge may prove useful. I thank you for sharing your tale. I do believe we now know where we should inquire next to the bazaar then. Can I go this way to just grab this and then like maybe go that way and then like maybe we have a fun time? Why? I feel like my mouse has been moving really weirdly recently. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, can I travel to Mern? I've not been there yet. Is it fast to go up this way? Fudge it. I was gonna say, is it fast to go up the stairs and then around? But like, it probably isn't. Well, fudge, Tibby. Well, fudge. That's not good. Do you have any, like, inkling as to what maybe could have caused it?
Big, black,
Also, I would like to just say for the record, Tibby, that your knowledge of computing stuff has not just, like, eclipsed mine, but it is far surpassed it, because I'm looking at that and I'm like, I don't even know what those words mean. And I thought I was good with computers. Clearly, clearly I'm not. Hi, Penthea, wee woo. How are you? Wee woo, how are you? Tried resetting the seamless fire jumper. A battery and button. Yeah, I'm with that so far. Removed everything, same thing. It'll latch to power. Already lost me. There's 0 bus activity on the 7 seg. Lost me still. It's not even trying to post. I know what that means, totally. Good, grab an EEPROM. I'm like, nah. Oh, God. Flashing the BIOS, so I know what that means. I'm familiar with flashing the BIOS. I hope that you figure out what it is, though, Tibby. That sounds like an absolute nightmare and a half. For no good reason, just because you move your computer. Having said that, though, when I moved my computer area to like a new computer area, I know it does that, so I'm not knowledgeable. That's my point. You've heard of BIOS, that's about it. When I moved my computer from my bedroom over to like this new room here where I've got the gaming room set up, it had an issue where it would refuse to boot even to the BIOS while my monitors were plugged in. And so I had to unplug them, and every time I turned on my computer, and the moment that my computer turned on, I'd plug them back in. And that was an issue for about like a month and a half, and now suddenly everything works perfectly fine again. So I don't know what the fudge happened. Sometimes moving computers breaks computers and no one knows why. You know? Congrats on 4th, Penthea. Also, Lizard. It's not a huge loss, it's just frustrating. Exactly. It is frustrating. It's also frustrating because if you need to replace any of the parts, have fun with the fudging price increases due to AI, you know? Like, it's just like, fudge that. I would love to buy look into getting a second computer, A, for Penthea to play with, like, on, and B, it's mostly for Penthea to play on. But it would be great if prices weren't fudging redonkulous right now. Anyway, hi Growhard Tia. Like, I get it. It sucks if you need to replace anything because it's like, it's not gonna be cheap. Could shut down weird, yeah, like it could be like anything, and it's just like you never know. Well, of course it shouldn't, Thaxos. That doesn't make any sense. You're not doing anything. You're just moving it. Hi, Timber. According to Nahadine, the blasphemy came from the direction of the bazaar. Let's inquire there. Okay, well, whatever. Let's discuss the stalls. This is Savnarian weave. I must say, it bears a resemblance to traditional fabrics of Corvos. Small wonder, really, given it's just across the water. Not that I'm much of an expert in Corvosi culture, of course. I've not had the occasion to visit my ancestral home since coming to Charlian, and like as not, I'll never reside there again. But what are you doing? That said, in recent days I've felt more acutely aware of my heritage and grateful for it. It's thanks to my forebears I inherited the royal eye and with it the wisdom of ancient Alleg. I forgot to put Pika asleep. I'm going to finish this conversation, I'm going to put Pika to bed. And so, well, I simply hope my countrymen are safe, and one day when this calamity is but a memory, I would like to see Corvus again, if only once. I need to put Pika to bed! Chat, I forgot to put Pika to bed. I'll be back. It'll be very quick, I promise. Chat, I'm back. I'm back, and I have a cat with me. You can't believe I did this house? I can't believe I did that to Pika. Hey, Kimber. Take it as a sign to get rid of it and replace it with a new product that you tended to do. You've been playing a lot of Wrath of the Lich King. You've been tending to make a period accurate machine to play it. Ooh! That would be fun. Problem though, Tibby. Wait, are you talking about classic or are you talking about retail? Because even if you're playing like Wrath of the Lich King in retail, I'm sure retail WoW would not run well on your old machine enough to do that. OG. Okay, I was gonna say if you weren't playing classic, private, that's illegal. Blizzard would have your head. You got the original discs? That is so cool. Actual old code. Yeah, but it would update immediately, though, to retail, is the annoying thing. But I am kind of jealous. Hi, Kimber. Oh, she's being so cute and adorable, and I just want to hug her so much. Good thing she's on my lap, and I can do that. I can do that. Anyway, that's really cool. Forgive me, but my shop's closed until further notice. Needless to say, with more pressing concerns these days. We've come not in search of wares, but information concerning the enormous fiend that tore through the bazaar. Did you perchance witness anything? Afraid not, my friend. I was here the whole time, so I only saw its little minions. Made a mess of the place, they did. Well, that was all going on. The big one tore through the west side of the bazaar. You'd have better luck asking there. The other side of the bazaar. Zaytanol? Is something the matter, traveller? If you're lost, perhaps I could be of assistance. Your offer is most appreciated. We are not lost, but we are in need of information. Might you know anything about the Gargantuan beach that rampaged through the bazaar? I'm expecting him to be full on like, yes. I may have an idea of what you seek, if I could be persuaded with a little coin. Going back to 386. Can you enlighten us, and by us I mean mostly me, as to what 386 means? I'm assuming it's some sort of like actual computer model or type or something that existed, but I know nothing of old computers. Having said that, vintage PC collecting is so cool. Hoarding, though, yeah, maybe a problem. 386 BC. Yeah, I believe that's called an abacus, though I thought abacuses were like older than that. 386, 486, Pentium 1. I still don't know what that is. I saw it all, though. I wish I'd not. I was going about my work when all of a sudden a piercing scream cut through the air. I turned around and there was the fiend, its massive body bursting through that entryway, the force of a tidal wave, and it was gone as quick as it came. You still need to get a replacement. Floppy disk. I don't know if you're talking about a floppy disk, but whenever I see like a disk with like an inch measurement next to it, the only thing I think is no, it has to be a floppy disk and nothing else. TCP generations before the original Pentium. Okay, yeah, but I don't even know what a Pentium is. It is a floppy disk. I was going to say, like, that seems like the OG floppy disk size, but I don't remember much about floppy disks. Or as the young'uns call them these days, real life save icons. Fudging makes me feel old as hell. I legit the other day had someone ask why the save icon looked like that, and I had to cry inside. How do you ban people that call it that? Well, unfortunately, you're not a mod, so you're gonna have to rely on Penthea for that one. Speaking of, yeah, Penthea's a mod now. I don't know if you guys noticed. I can't be having my girlfriend in chat not being a mod. Even though it was like that for like a good part of 8 months. What? You've got a couple of hard drives, but unfortunately they're pre-ID and you don't have the controller cards for them. Man, this is where I wish I understood like more computing stuff. But I can't be bothered to learn, so let me move on. I've just accepted that my expertise is in having a wide, a wide range of wide and shallow knowledge about everything. And then just accepting that that's how I am. You omitted a whole word. It's okay, Thaxos, we all understood. Or at least I, assumed. Which I guess is something. Collection of proper floppy disks and a few hard plastic ones. Are the hard plastic ones not the floppy disks? Oh, apparently Penthea is talking about the ones from before the floppy disks. Before the hard disks where they were the original floppier floppy disks. The 386 would struggle to run Windows 95. He'd want to stick with Windows 3.11. That's wild to me. The hard ones are the save icon. Yes, exactly. Windows 3.1 is so good. Yep, I know 3.1. That's I'm so familiar with that one. Windows 3.1 is better than Windows 11 anyway. Am I right? Yeah, no, that's what Penthea means. Penthea has the hard ones, but her mum also used to have a collection of the original floppier ones, like the floppy ones. I'm not old enough. Also, I'm pretty sure my first computer was a Windows 95. So, if that says anything. Even Vista's better than... That might be pushing it. That might be pushing it. Okay. I don't think Windows 11 is the problem.
Let me see what you have! No!
Wee Peachy, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. No, for me, Windows 11 isn't the problem. What is the problem is Microsoft's obsession with chucking ads in everywhere and Copilot and AI and all their recommended fudging nonsense and not just making the OS good. The OS itself could be fine if they weren't doing all of that, and then I swear they're AI vibe coding it these days, and if they weren't vibe coding it, then it would be fine. Like, I don't think the system itself is bad, but then again, what do I know? Vista was fine if your machine was power enough. The problem is most people's weren't. If an OS is only fine if most people's specs are good, and your OS is not dedicated to the people with good specs, then your OS is just poorly optimized. Like, that's it. However, I do see exactly what you're saying though, TB. It's fine if it runs well, but the problem is they didn't fudging optimize it. Hi, Amazist, how are you? This is why Microsoft fell off. In your opinion, you hate ads on AI so much. Look, they're all doing this. Like, all corporations, like, all the big ones with no competition are doing it. Like, there's no... The problem is, right, is if you want a game, you can't really... There's no alternative to Microsoft, because it's like, option 1, Microsoft Windows, which can actually run everything. Option 2, Linux, which can't run half the games. Mac, which runs even less games. Or you go to a console in which you have Xbox, which is still Microsoft, or PlayStation, which is now doing all the fudging things PlayStation's doing that everyone's annoyed at, and need I say more. Or you go Nintendo and, like... It's Nintendo. There's no winning, is basically the point. You loved 98 as a kid. I don't know if I... No, I would have had 98 as well. You take a poorly optimized OS over ads and AI. Look, that's valid, Thaxos. My problem is, if the OS is poorly optimized and I can't run everything and it's lagging and it's bad on my machine, and it doesn't matter whether it has ads or not, the fact is if I can't run anything, I can't run anything, and that's sad. Linux is, and I do like that, Thaxos, that it can run most games. Unfortunately, if any of those games have any sort of anti-cheat, they often don't work with Linux. It's like you can't play games with like easy anti-cheat or like fudging Vanguard or like whatever the fudge, which means you're locked out of like the big multiplayer games that most, like I want to play, for instance. Just on that basis alone, which sucks. This is a bad rep because it was released at the same time as cheap underpowered laptops became so popular. Ooh, yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it, especially if it's not good at those types of things. Nobody wanted to sell new machines with XP, so they included Vista? Wait. Yeah, it was XP, Vista, then 7. Never mind, I forgot the order of which things were introduced. Man, Windows XP were... Those were the days. Those were the days. Sisters have mercy. What is happening to the world? Yeah, fudging. Let me just take that out of the context of the game. What is happening to the world? Okay, let's carry on. What am I to do is nowhere safe. Settle down, friend. The danger is past, at least for now. If it's not too painful to remember, could you tell us what you saw? How many times has Microsoft broken 11? Yeah, I missed that entirely, Thaxos. You're right. It's broken 11 so often. But again, that's I tend to think that's less of an issue with Windows 11 itself and more of an issue with how Microsoft's screwing everything over, and Windows 11 just so happens to be the conduit to which they are doing it in. But having said that, that's part of what makes Windows 11 what it is. And if Windows 11 is constantly having all these issues because Microsoft's screwing it up, then that is also just a problem with Windows 11 because you can't take things in a vacuum. You're sticking with Windows 10 as long as you can. I moved on to Windows 11 ages ago, and thankfully, I've not really had any issues at all. I've not had any issues with my Windows 11, thank God. But it does have issues. You have disappointed Vista because Longhorn, I don't know what that is. They ended up cutting so much. Is that a Linux version or something? I don't know what Longhorn is, unfortunately. First I heard the screams and the horde of ravening beasts came charging towards us. Did I just say ravening? Maybe. The codename for what became Vista. Oh. That's rough. That's rough. One of them was huge, bigger than a married, throwing people like a rag dolls, and it was eating them. Why did they... I don't know why, because they had a deadline they had to meet. They had to release the product early because they're shareholders. Because of the shareholders! I hid under the counter so others did the same. But the shrieking and wailing kept getting louder, more voices in the throng. Beasts of victims I couldn't tell. I knew not what was happening, I still don't. That is enough, my good man. You were brave to share with us your tale. Many of your fellow merchants are safe. The High Crucible too has survived mostly unscathed. Pray stay close to your friends and loved ones and rest your body and mind while you're able. I suspect this is the most we can expect the people here to tell us. I think it best we find a place outside the bazaar where we might rest and review our findings. You ran heavily modified 11 in your main machines, but your others ran 10 you've access to from work. The version they sell to run on things like ATMs is stable and doesn't have the bloat. I do find it fascinating how like a lot of like systems that you do, unless you know any better, right? Like unless you're into tech and you understand how things work, you don't realize that things are running Windows, just a modified version of Windows, or just have something running on Windows until like you see an error thing pop up. Like I swear, like it was, I can't remember exactly how long ago it was, but like, I was in a Hungry Jack's, like waiting for like an order, right? And like, you know how they have those screens that say like, oh, you know, this person's order is at this time, and like, you know, like the progress thing for all your orders and stuff. And fudging, there was an error that popped up and the whole thing crashed, and I just saw the Windows desktop and I was like, oh, it's Windows. And then I got reminded, like, now looking back on it, I'm like that meme of the fudging astronaut. It's like, you mean it's Windows? Always has been. Yeah, seeing some randomly at the blue screen of death and you're like, wait a minute. This is just Windows? Yes, digital billboards as well. Oh my god, actually that reminds me of like, I was waiting at like a bus stop or something and there was a digital, like, you know, one of those ad things. And it was just on the Windows crash screen. Funniest thing. And I think that was the moment, like, when I first started realizing, wait a minute, these aren't just, like, their own custom, like, displays or whatever. These are all just fudging windows. They've all been windows. Penty, did you just say, like, someone's running a PowerPoint presentation for one of those? Oh, it's just PowerPoint. Yeah, it's just PowerPoint. You have to be a big company having an agreement with Microsoft? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, of course. It's just so funny. It's fascinating to me because it makes sense. Like, what else are they still have to have a computer. They have to be on an OS to be able to display those things. But it's still very funny. Yeah, exactly, Timmy. Judging by their accounts, the transformation had already occurred by the time the beast reached the bazaar. It tore through the west side of the bazaar and headed towards the Aetherite Plaza. In other words, the blasphemy may have first appeared in this vicinity. That being the case, the people in that Mayhang can surely tell us more. Mayahi? Exactly, Tibby. But you know, sometimes I wish I could have Windows without bloat and without forced updates. Having said that, it also wouldn't have the stuff I actually want to be able to have to, you know, play games and do stuff. A tune. It's kind of like a chew, but it's a tune. Probably run Doom. I mean, I'm not saying it can't. Okay, so I'm here. I have not unlocked this one and the Aetherite Plus. Okay, I'm just trying to work out what I haven't unlocked. Going at that enormous beast, are you? Oh yeah, I saw it, including the very instant the poor thing transformed. Yada yada yada. It started over there by the window, a few men merchants talking and drinking. Conversation must have taken a turn for the worst. Next thing I know, the leader, I suppose he was, buries his head in his hands and black mist was swirling about him. And his whole body bursts apart and there stands a hideous slavering beast, massive and foul with gaping maws and bulging eyes. His friends start shrieking and the black mist comes again until the change takes them too. Stuff from nightmares, I tell you. Nightmarish indeed. Incidentally, do you perchance know who these merchants were? No, I'm a decorator by trade. Not much cause to mingle with her sort. Saw Miliel, the barmaid, chatting with them though. She might know something. This is a question I did have, like, generally, which was like, are we sure that all the people who are turning into monsters are, like, people that are known, right? Because, like, hear me out. If all the people who people see turning, like, no one's ever met or no one's ever heard of before, like, there could be some guy that, like, is, right. Let's say that, like, this guy turns into a monster. What if the bartender's never seen them before? What if you've never seen them before? What if you could ask as many people as possible who the person who turned into a monster was, and everyone's like, we've never seen him, we have no idea who he is. The question I then have is, are we sure that people turning into monsters were even real people who existed to begin with? What if they were brought into existence to pretend to seem human, just to explode and turn into monsters when they needed to? This may be a conspiracy theory, and I may absolutely be, like, completely disregarding the actual very real lives that are lost when all this happens, but like, I'm like, hey, do we know that these are real people? Are there any witnesses? Can anyone confirm that they know these people and have known them for years? Like, you know? Anyway. Even after repairing all that damage, you watch the whole village turn into the dungeon? Yes, but like, what if that whole village was fake? What if there were, well, not the whole village. I mean, were there any survivors? Sorry, let me rephrase. You saw what happened to a family in the dungeon, but what I'm saying is, that family, were there people that knew that family that, like, could corroborate that, like, yes, I've known them for 20 years and it's so sad that I've lost my friends or whatever? Like, was there anyone like that? That effectively, yes. I'm wondering. if they are plants, or if they're real people that are known in the community. Just out of curiosity. Even after repairing all that damage, it'll take a while for business to pick up again. You mean the blasphemy? That's what the radio had been calling it anyway. I saw it too, we all did. I was standing there at the counter as Marie poured me a drink when suddenly there came this dreadful sound like a pained, angry groan. It was unlike anything I've ever heard. I turned around in shock, and from an ominous cloud of black mist rose the creature, enormous and ghastly to behold. As for what happened next, to recall it sent shivers up my spine, but some stroke of fortune I was able to slip outside before it got its claws on me. The sight that greeted me offered no solace. The blue sky above turned red as blood. Marie and myself and the other survivors clung to each other for dear life until the radiant host came to our aid. Wait, did I hear you correctly? The beast manifested before the sky began to burn? I'm certain of it. The windows here offer a clear view of the sky, and I saw nothing out of the ordinary until the beast appeared and began to rage. Huh. I'm about to double on Panthea here in the other room playing Warframe. Oh, hello there. Welcome to Mareed's Mayhain. What can we get you? You're still serving people in the middle of this? We have not come for libations, but rather for information. You're Malil, yes? We're investigating the so-called blasphemy on the satrap's behalf. We hear it was one of your customers, a merchant that first underwent the transformation. What can you tell us about him? He was something of a regular here, especially... Okay, well, here we go. It's confirmed. People do know the people who have transformed. They are real people. They are known. We have witnesses who can corroborate. Unless she's also a plant, and all her friends are plants, and we've been speaking to no one but plants. Kalzar was his name. He ran his own consortium dealing primarily in the exports of Thabnarian specialties. Okay, yeah, no, they're definitely real. That's hard to fake. It's through him we met Matsuya. Oh! Yes, name rings a bell. Didn't you meet them both in your first trip to Thavnair? If I recall correctly, Kalzar ran a trading operation in Yedlamad, and it was here that you made Matsuya's acquaintance. I must be a plant, because I know them as well! I mean, to be fair, I technically was planted here by Heidelin way back at the beginning of the game. And as Tibby says, as she says, I'm a sprout too. Wait. This is how I'm not going to be a sprout anymore. I've realized that I'm a plant and I'm going to tear up my roots and I'm going to become a non-sprout by the end of this expansion. It all makes sense. Who am I kidding? By the end of this expansion, Evercold will have released and I'll still be a freaking sprout. Are these people blooming? Yeah, exactly. It's the only explanation. The only. This is what happens to sprouts. Yeah, they get turned into blasphemies. That is the same Kalzal, no doubt. A rather successful man from what I gather. That said, it was clear he'd fallen on hard times of late. Those ghastly towers popping up everywhere cannot have been good for business. Even now with the towers gone, the collapse of the Empire has led to all sorts of problems elsewhere. The market for luxuries is surely not what it once was. Trying times for the head of a trading consortium indeed. Kalzal was a compassionate man. Even as his own business suffered, he did what he could to provide for the artisans, fishermen, and many others who counted on him to sell their wares. Oh no, Tibby! This is true. Gotta get your crown back. So, because obviously your mentor crown is there to say, like, you've experienced enough of all the content in the game to be able to help out with all the content, right? When a new expansion releases, is it just the new dungeons you need to do to get the crown back? Or is it, like, a bunch of other stuff as well? Like, I know you have to do them several times over. But, like, what else gets reset? I really hope it's just the dungeons getting reset. Indeed, that was the topic of yesterday's meeting as far as I could hear. Yet as I discussed matters further, Kalzal's tone grew grave and grim. It was then that... Forgive me, I would not have you recall the memory if it brings you pain. If I could, I would just ask one more thing and I'm yawning. Did you notice anything unusual about Kalzal in particular? Please, anything at all. Nothing springs to mind. Perhaps someone else can help you. Cazal lived for his work, but he had no family I know of. His employees and associates knew him best, but they too were lost to us. They were all plants. Every instance, trial, dungeon, etc. One of every job to max level, including craft and gather. Okay, so it's a little bit of level. I mean, that is a lot. That is a huge pain. Especially as I assume the later, the newer an expansion is, the more experience you need to level up that job, right? I'm assuming it's not a linear system. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe once you get to level 50, going from level 50 to 51 takes the exact same amount of experience as going from level 90 to 91. Reclaiming it would be easy in getting in the first place. Oh, absolutely. Because don't you need to do, like, you need to get, like, what? 1,500 combinations or whatever from everyone, and then you need to do like each of the dungeons like a fudge ton each or something, and like I know there's all sorts of stuff that goes into it. Still, perhaps his neighbors say something I do not. I can direct you to them if you believe it would help. What do you say? Yeah, that's why you do it as tank and healer. Kazal made his home in Karma, a nearby residential area. From what I gather, Kazal lived there since childhood and was known throughout the neighborhood. Karma, the name is new to me. How do we get there? I'll write down some directions. I cannot promise that you'll find what you seek there, but if nothing else, it is a start. Sorry, I'm yawning. Let's see where this leads us. Before you ordered based on portraits? Yeah. Those are the days. I say those were the days. They are still happening. These are the days. Give me my portrait commendations. Let's see. After leaving the Mahane, we are to retrace our steps and head back towards Aetheryte Plaza. Really? That's all you had? That's the whole conversation? Okay. Sure, could probably go down this way. Am I going to ask for directions here as well? From here we ascend the stairs. It's only one DPS job, not one of each type. Wait, you mean you don't have to level Monk and Dragoon and Ninja and Samurai and Reaper to max? I thought... I'm a little confused. Oh, wait, does the commendation require you to get a certain amount of commendations as a DPS? Oh, I didn't even know that. Oh, I didn't even know that. No? Oh, okay. Okay, well, I'm confused again. Get to max up. Oh, I thought Mentor required you to be max Paladin, max Royal, max Dark Knight, max Gunbreaker, max Monk, max Dragoon. It's only one max tank, one max healer, and one max DPS, and that's it? Oh. Oh, that's so much easier. Oh, I misread. I thought your message said one of every job to max level, not one of every job type. Oh, that'd be so simple to get one of every job type to max level. That'd be so easy. I mean, I'm keeping up with that kind of at the moment. This must be Fusion, in which case we should take the path leading southeast. If we keep going this way, we should arrive in Kala before long. Walking these unfamiliar streets is quite the adventure, is it not? I can only hope we can explore Rosette Hine at our leisure once this crisis has passed. It wasn't really necessary to have 4 conversation spots just to tell you how to get somewhere. Yeah, 1,000 instances, 1,500 combinations, and a bunch of collectible classes and gathering. Yeah. See, the 1,000 instances, I feel like that'll just happen as you naturally play the game. Like, yes, does it take time to get there? Absolutely, but that's natural. The accommodations would be rough because you're relying on other players to get them, but again, it's not like there's much you can really do to speed that up except for play a bunch of freaking dungeons. The collectible craftings and gatherings is a bit of a pain. It seems like it's more time than it is like doing anything particularly special and like tough. This must be Karma. We've arrived at last. Let's begin questioning the residents without delay. No doubt someone here can tell us more about Karzal. Given recent events, I imagine many are taking shelter indoors. An instance used to run farm for accommodations doesn't exist. Well, which one did you use to farm for, and why does the instance not exist? Accommodations, you're tired. Yeah, that's fair. Are you telling me I could have probably just fast traveled to Karma? Wait, no, did I have Karma unlocked? I did. Fudge. I didn't have this one unlocked. Which I basically ran right past almost, kind of. Whatever. Hey, who am I talking to? Gather information. Inside. Indoors. Hi, matey. Karzal, you say? Yes, I've known him since he was a boy. Oh, Ritherton? Oh, because it's solo now. That's a rip. If there was ever a man who used to be born a merchant, it was him. Always early to depart and late to return, he'd spend his days procuring the finest wares and seeking out willing customers. You could say it came to him as easily as breathing. Sadly, business is flagging of late. No surprise really, what with how dangerous travel has become. He was cooped up in his house from dawn till dusk the other day, no doubt racking his brain for a way to turn his fortunes around. Then at night I heard the door open. I look out to see Karzal sitting on a bench, his head hung low, a man with the weight of the world on his shoulders. Sorry, I'm yawning a bunch, chat. The situation must have been quite dire indeed. Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary? Nothing to speak of. Other than the troubles with his consortium, he knew he was the same old Karzal, cordial and honest like always. There's questions you're asking. Has something happened to him? He wasn't caught up in the terrible incident at the bazaar, was he? Oh, Marty, I'm sorry. He became the terrible incident at the bazaar. It was super fast, always popped quickly, and had 7 people to commendate you, and you could heal it. Nice, Tibby. Nice. Love that for you. I don't travel much these days, but my daughter's told me not to venture outside. Stuck in here as I am, I've heard little about these bizarre goings-on. Rest assured to see you stay for now, but the situation may change without warning. I urge you stay close to your daughter and be prepared to take refuge should the satrap order it. That's so rough. We're not even going to tell her that, like, oh no, Karzal's dead. So sorry. Hariga. Could you come back another time? I just woke up and I'm not exactly in the mood for idle chit chat. He's going to turn. Or she? They're going to turn. That's one way to avoid the panic, I suppose. Pardon our intrusion. You may not have noticed, but a great danger has come to Thavnir. I encourage you to stay alert and prepare to flee the city should the situation turn dire. Before we leave you in peace, pray allow us to ask you a question or two. Did you know a local merchant named Karzal? If so, did you notice anything unusual about him recently? Karzal, I know him. In fact, we spoke just the other day. Sorry, I was still yawning. Like many others, his business was doing poorly. Still, it seemed as though he'd managed to turn things around thanks to a generous order from Reveda Fibers. Why, is practically dancing in the streets. I haven't spoken with him since, but I assume it all went well. Jana Baha might be able to tell you more though. As I recall, he was the one who brokered the arrangement. Jana Baha at Reveda Fibers. This sounds promising, and it sounds impossible to pronounce. Oh my god, we're running all the way back. Hold on, let's go here. And then go this way. Then have the conversation here, which is probably just going to tell me about directions, isn't it? Oh. If I'm not mistaken, these stairs lead to Dharma. It is quite the sight, the red sky above. During the final days of yore, the heavens burned and the stars fell. Creation magics ran amok. That was my assumption when I saw Amarot. Perhaps the ancients believed the same, that the terror of a single powerful individual was the cause of their calamity. And yet, those self-same horrors now manifest themselves before our eyes. What could it be that sets the heavens aflame and turns ordinary men into beasts? What could it be, chat? What could it be? They're farming silkworms. This must be Reveda Fibers, where we should find Jinabaha. Freaking pronunciations, man. Woo! Hi. I probably should have gone the appropriate way around, but screw that. Thumbs up. And hurry, I say, there's no time to waste. Are you Jinabaha? Pardon me, but you're in charge of buying and selling here, yes? We have a few questions we'd like to... I'm sorry, but I simply don't have time to chat. If you haven't noticed, we have our hands full at the moment. We must carry all our wares and equipment to safety before those accursed beasts return. In that case, might we be of assistance? Perhaps we could speak when the job is done. Very well. You can start by helping us move our equipment. Ask the others what to put where. Can we talk while we're moving things, actually? And you can carry our fabrics. Is it because I'm small? Is it because I'm short? Is it because I'm a Lalafell? I can't carry the big boxes. I have to carry the smooth fabrics. Go through that door and speak with Kamala. She'll tell you the rest. Kamala? Kamala? I don't know how to pronounce it. Remember, these textiles are our livelihood. Handle them with care. Oh, I get the important job. You've given the important job to the most evil Lalafell. I mean, I'll do my best. Hello! This area is for employees only. Out, out! What's that? You've come to help? Oh, praise be to Mindorova. Fine stranger, I welcome your assistance. On your way here, you passed 3 storehouses, yes? Fudged if I know. I'd like you to carry the small crate to Nabrifhal by a storehouse near the hatchery. The crate of clothing is from Manuhar, and the massive crate there goes to Zaymira by the middle storehouse. Watch your back with that one. There's all the crates we have ready. Once they've been delivered, consider your work here complete. I hope I don't need to remember that. Huh. Wave attacks. Cool. You have 75 seconds to complete the... That is it. You've come to the right place. We thank you for your aid. Oh, that was easy. Never mind. I'm over here thinking this is going to be tough, but it's actually like the simplest thing. Chat, why am I yawning? 60 seconds. Oh, it's right here. If you have any crates of finished products such as carpets, clothing, and the like, pray bring them here to our primary storehouse. A crate full of clothing, is it? I can take that off your hands. Many thanks for the delivery. These are barely deliveries. Why don't they come and pick it up themselves? They're like right there. Stop being lazy and pick up the stuff. Making a tiny little child-sized person do... Oh my... Oh, didn't think they'd be giving me a box that's bigger than me. I'd say you're quite the brawny one, aren't you? A good thing that. Never know when you'll need to defend yourself in these unpredictable times. Crate full of fabrics, is it? Exactly what I was hoping to receive. Here, let me put that away for you. Thank goodness. You carried all the crates to the storehouses, and so quickly too. Why, I've never seen anyone so strong. I and my associates will see to the rest, so please return to Jihabaha and show him our work is proceeding apace. To tell the truth, we're grateful for this distraction. Too many terrible happenings of late. But generous souls like yourself give me hope we may emerge from this trial even stronger. I pray we meet again in more peaceful times. I don't. Bye! Oh, shoot. I've completely forgotten. Aha! Oh my god, I look ugly. As I asked, have you? Yep. No. If she's satisfied with her work, so am I. You've done us a great favor, traveler. I too have delivered the instruments and apparatus entrusted to me. You both have my thanks. With our wares safely stored away, we will not lose any more to those fiends. I take it that your establishment did not escape the attack unscathed. We did not. Thankfully, most of our workers had already left for the day, but those of us still here saw it all. We looked at the burning skies in confusion, and then, before we could even begin to make sense of it, a hideous creature burst through the doors, shrieking. We ran for our lives, but one of my colleagues was not so fortunate. He cried out, a scream of agony, such terror, and in the next instant, he too sprouted fearsome claws. The sight of it caused another fellow to panic, and then he too transformed. I'm sorry, there was something you wanted to ask? Indeed, you knew the merchant Kazal, did you not? I believe he had some dealings with your establishment. Kazal, I know him well. We arranged for his consortium to deliver a large shipment of fabrics, but in the end we received a better offer and had to turn him down. I understand his business is struggling, but so is ours. Another of our most reliable trading partners agreed to transport the goods for a much smaller commission and would have been fools to refuse. Felt terrible for withdrawing the offer, but you must understand we simply had no choice. I'm sorry. If it was an offer, then they're in the right. I'm gonna reread how this works. I want it legally. I believe it's on dealings with the establishment. I know him well. We'd arranged for his consortium to deliver a large shipment, but in the end we received a better offer and turned him down. That seems to me like you had agreed. There was an agreement for him to do a thing. It wasn't an offer. There was acceptance of the agreement. There was acceptance. A contract was formed, whether verbal or written, and you backed out of it. You breached the terms of the contract. It's bad. You fools too have refused or accepted or whatever the fudge. You had choices. I need a drink of water. My water bottle's empty. Oh no. He tried to put on a brave face when I delivered the news, but his dejection and despair were plain as day. He said he'd discuss it with his associates, but I could tell he'd all but given up hope. Dejection and despair. That's what I'm thinking. If you're all sad and depressed and stuff, you turn into a monster. Immoral, probably not illegal. Well, no, if there was a contract in place and they had agreed to it, I'm saying it's a bit the facts are a bit hazy. Whether it was an offer, whether it was something that was fully agreed to, like contractually or not, is a bit hazy. But if there was a contract and it was agreed and arranged, then that's a breach of contract. That's all I'm saying. You remember what we saw in Vanaspati, yes? Soldiers and jungle dwellers pushed to the very brink, turning into beasts one after the next. It seemed the same phenomenon occurred here. The poor craftsmen attacked by the fiends, as well as those that witnessed it, all undergoing the change. I suspect that everything began with Kazal, but all accounts it was he who suffered from the most profound and piercing despair. Can't believe depression might make you a monster? The fudge do you mean might? I mean, Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Sorry. Wait, could that be it? That such intense emotions were what triggered this transformation? I'm not surprised by this in the slightest. In fact, it's a little bit my first guess. I think it even was my first guess. Much remains unclear, but I believe we're drawing closer to an answer. At any rate, we must discuss our findings with the others. My first guess was plants. No, I think I guessed depression or despair like the last stream. Yes, my first guess this stream was plants, but previously I think I guessed depression. Oh no. Let me chuck that there, so I can move that there, so I can put this in the thing in there. Yikes. Well, obviously, but I'm just a depressed monster, not a murderous monster. Exactly. We were to reconvene with the others in front of Megaduto, were we not? That should be just outside. With any luck, we'll have already returned from their own investigations. My friend, we must take our leave. I pray your establishment is spared further tragedy, but remember, your lives are far more precious than anywhere's. If you're ordered to flee, do so without hesitation. Indeed, I thank you for your concern and pray you two take care as well. DD Megaduto, what? Depression is no excuse for rampaging. I agree. Oh, hi, you two. Mega doo-doo? I'm not gonna mega doo-doo. God, I'm streaming. I'm yawning so much this stream.
You've spoken with the survivors.
We'll see how long I last, oh my god.
Indeed. We thought to share what we have gleaned, that we might together gain a greater understanding of present circumstances.
Fortuitous timing. Alize and I completed our own investigations not long ago.
Then we should take a moment to compare notes. Shall we begin with the two of you?
No, no, Tibby. It's okay, Tibby. You can do it. You just need 50,000. And then you're done. And then you can lizard all you want.
So the merchant Karzal was gravely concerned about his business in the days preceding his untimely end.
Oh my god, chat, my snoozers are back. I can snooze ads again. Panthea says it was her, she's magical.
The tales we heard were much the same. The first victims to be changed into blasphemies were all overcome with anguish of one manner or another. Then those who saw their loved ones stolen before their eyes succumbed to a similar panic, setting in motion a chain of transformations.
Me over here, like, they're all plants, none of them are real. Does anyone even know any of them? And, like, the answer is, like, yeah, and they also turned into monsters because they all got so depressed at their friends and family turning that they then turned too, and I'm over here like, well, clearly none of them are real. Maybe the fact that no one can point to anyone and really say who they are is maybe because they also turned.
Fear, unease, despair. These negative feelings serve as a catalyst.
If so, then it is not unlike the calamity that befell the
Oh my god,
ancients.
Tibby.
With their creation magics, they unwittingly gave form to untold horrors. Had they simply lost control, surely it would have manifested in many forms, not all of them monstrous. Yet somehow, this phenomenon is triggered
never.
solely by the darkness in
Never,
their
Tibby, I don't know what
hearts.
you're talking about.
A common thread with what we now
Darkness in
witness.
their hearts? What is this, Kingdom Hearts?
Common, but not identical. While the beasts the ancients faced were forged with magic alone, those of today are born of sentient beings. Why remains to be seen. But there is one fundamental difference between us and our predecessors.
They're
Our souls are
nobodies.
sundered, whereas theirs were not.
Wait, hold on. If they turn into the... wait, are they nobodies? Or, no, they're not nobodies. They're heartless. They're being turned into the heartless, which means their nobodies must be around somewhere. We just need to find where their nobodies are. I think. Maybe they are heartless. I mean, nobodies. Ah, fudge, whatever.
Perhaps that single
Steven
variable
backwards. Yeah,
makes all
exactly,
the
exactly.
difference.
The heartless are what's left of their hearts. Or something.
If I may, there was
The
another
nobodies have
detail
bodies
that
but no
troubled me.
hearts, and the heartless have no bodies but do have hearts. Because Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, exactly. See, exactly, Tibby, exactly. Fudging. All that to say, Kyrie's inside me?
We have it on good authority that Karl Zahl's transformation took place before the skies began to burn.
What? If that's true, then the situation's more dire
They
than we
never expected to make a
realized.
Kingdom Hearts 2. Are you sure? Panthea is insistent that Kingdom Hearts 1 ended on a cliffhanger. And you know what? I kind of remember that too, because Mickey was in the Door to Darkness, and then... Yeah, Riku... Yeah, exactly. Riku and Mickey were on the other side of the Door to Darkness. And then fudging Pluto and Sora and stuff went looking for them.
It means even if there's no ominous sign presaging the final days, anyone, anywhere, has the potential to become a beast.
Also, I think the explanation that the Heartless were formed of people's hearts was actually also somewhat in Kingdom Hearts 1 as well, but I don't quite remember. Penthea says it is. I trust Penthea because Penthea's a fucking Kingdom Hearts, like, lord. Now Penthea's like, wait, no, I'm not, don't say that. Okay, well, I like to think of Penthea as a Kingdom Hearts. Maybe she just knows more about Kingdom Hearts than me because I've forgotten everything. That's probably it.
Even in lands we thought safe, even as we speak.
Anyway, it's still stupid that it's backwards, regardless. That hasn't changed. That's still dumb.
Look! It's the satrap!
The Satrap.
The satrap!
It was a huge long shot when he pitched it because no one expected Disney to agree with it. Right, but once they had agreed to it, they made the game, right? Having said that, I agree too. Like, they didn't expect Disney to agree, which is the funniest thing, and Disney's like, you know what? Yeah, sure, why not? Put our Disney characters in your game.
My countrymen, I am relieved and heartened to see you strong and safe. While the danger has not yet passed, far from it, allow me to assure you that the beasts that raged within the city walls have been exterminated to the last. Outside this sanctuary, the brave men and women of the Radiant Host and our dragon ally continue to battle our unholy foes.
I guess that's true.
I pray these tidings put your minds
But if
at
it
ease.
doesn't succeed, then you just
Help
have this
you calm
stupid
your
cliffhanger at the
hearts.
end.
Have faith that we shall soon conquer this terrible trial.
Like fudging the ending of Call of Duty Ghosts, which never went anywhere, and I'm still upset about it. The Call of Duty Ghosts fan base is minimal, but they're still wanting their sequel.
Your Excellency, is there any word from Palaka's stand?
That was the first that came to mind because I actually liked Call of Duty
I worry
Ghosts.
for his life.
We are still awaiting a report, but I promise you, as soon as I have aught to share.
Oh,
Your Excellency, I bring grave news.
I have no idea, Tibby. All I know is I kind of liked the
You are?
game. I liked the story when I played it on release.
I'm Matzia of
It's
Arcad,
Marzia!
a humble fisherman.
Ah, I remember you from our first visit.
Wait, you're...
Yep, I'm me, and you're you.
But no, that can wait. When the skies turned red, I set off for Palaka's stand, fearing for the safety of a friend. But as I drew near the village, I saw
your
dreadful
fish.
beasts all about.
No! Gods have mercy! Your Excellency! Save my grandson, I beg of you!
We will spare no effort to save all we can, but you must remain calm.
Calm? You tell me to be calm?
Oh no, she's
You
gonna
saw
turn in
those
front of all
beasts?
us, isn't she?
They tore our bravest warriors limb from limb. What if we are too late, huh? They catch him, sink their fangs into him?
Oh no.
The fangs!
Oh no.
The screams!
Get away from her, now!
She's dead. That's it. Just like that, she's suddenly dead. True, worse than dead. Ah, fudge, man. The old lady killed them all. Yeah, I'm gonna blame it on the old lady. Oh yeah, I forgot about the whole no afterlife thing.
We've got to kill them before it spreads.
We'll handle this. See the townspeople to safety.
I'm surprised they aren't all turning.
Run as fast as you can.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no! Oh no! Oh jeez! That's rough. You were waiting for it? That's, yeah. Oh. Don't eat the satrap. I mean, it was very funny. It's all very sad. Oh, he just gets eaten? They just eat him?
Enough. You must run. For their sake and your own.
Oh, so it can be stopped?
Yes. Will survive. You must.
Okay, so it can be prevented. Am I gonna play as Graha? What is he gonna do? You're just yelling at me to do my ad breaks. I've been snoozing them. Can't have ad breaks, people are being eaten. This is so true, Panthea.
Be strong, my friends. Fear not, for we will defeat these abominations.
Hell yeah, he's giving them all hope.
Brave men and women of the Radiant Host, lend your Stola and Thancred your aid. Let not a single beast escape. The
Oh
rest
yeah.
of you, flee this place. Carry the wounded if you must. Head
He's
indoors
finally realizing, wait a
on the
minute,
ground.
I've been a leader before. Hold on a second.
Above all, stay calm. No beast will follow you. We will see to that.
Exactly.
Alvino, Alice, leave the city to us and make for Palaka's stand at once. Matsya, show my friends to the village. I promise you, they're more capable than the host's finest.
Right.
Go with them, will you? We will save these people. As many as we can.
It would be so devastating if Graha dies. He turns himself. Well, he doesn't turn himself, but like he turns. Like he himself turns. Anyway. Man, I'm so glad I made sure that that wasn't going to be a super long one before I used all my snoozes. Anyway, we're going to run the Twitch ads now before they continue to yell at us. I'll be back in 3 minutes once Twitch is done doing the ad thing. Okay, cool. Glad we got that sorted. Be back soon. Oh, absolutely, Tibby. 100% for a fact. Okay, bye. Welcome back. Let's save these villagers. I don't know where we are. Oh, fudge, we're at this part. Okay, let's save these villagers. Anyway, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone had a fantastic ad break. We must save Palakistan, whatever it takes. Matsuya, it pains me to put you into harm's way, but I would ask your aid as well. Of course, Palakistan is not far, just down that hill. But as I told His Excellency before, the path is blocked by terrible creatures. I had no choice but to turn back. In that case, this is what we shall do. Meanwhile, I ask you take the lead and dispatch any beast you encounter. Alize and I will keep him hidden amidst the trees and follow when the path is clear. Punchy punch. There's no telling what dangers await us. Keep your ears peeled. Blaka. I said keep your ears peeled, not keep your eyes peeled. Oh, what is... I forgot I had this mount. Wait a minute. B94 to the south. I kind of want to go like loop up here just to get this. Uh-oh. What is left? What's next? What is right? I love the music right now. Okay, bet. Oh, the village is being attacked, people are dying and turning into monsters. But how about I do some exploring first? Listen here, Tibby. I say no time limit in my quest description. I can do whatever I want. Whoops. Hi, Calm. How are you? Hello, Ludo, native distance. I mean, you're not wrong. But so what? Wow, TB just ruined your little combo? That's crazy. How are you, Calm? TB, wait, TB, don't judge me. TB, it's fine. See, it's okay. Now we go back. I just got a little lost on the way, you see. You understand. You exist. I'm so glad you exist. That makes me so happy. I'm glad that your existence is still existing. I didn't think the rest of that sentence though, okay? You can't judge me. 90 to the west. I'll pick the Aetheryte first. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry. I hope everything's okay. Please be okay. Kimber! Don't scratch the carpet. Oh, not the check engine light. Mostly fine. I'm glad you're mostly fine. Hopefully soon you'll be entirely fine. But mostly can do for now. It cannot be. We must heal those we can and quickly. I see no beasts, but stay on your guard. Oh no! Oh, hold on. A cat has come to say hi. Hi, Kimber. No. Do you want a purr for chat? No, you don't. Why would you want a purr? There you go. Just lie down. Kitty, yeah. He loves to sit on my lap. He is absolutely a lap cat. And he'll just sit on me while we play games. While I play games, rather. He's not doing anything. He's just lying here. If I had my camera on tonight and working, I'd show you, but it's being a little dumb today. Well, I mean, it was fine earlier, and then it stopped being fine, so I don't freaking know. Collapsed here. The cooling body has begun to stiffen. The massive wind suggests the villager was gored by a terrible beast. What color? Orange. Orangey blonde. I just hear panting in the background. Yes, that is correct. The villagers no pulse, nor do they appear to be breathing. Not white? No, no. I mean, no. They have a little bit of white undersides, and some of their hair is white, but they are mostly orange. Apparently, they were whiter as a kitten. The name is Kimber and they're not white. Yeah, because they were whiter as a kitten. Yeah, I see where you're going now. I understand. They were whiter as a kitten. Also blame Penthea. It's Penthea's cat, not mine. No, he's like, what? 10-ish? 9 or something? 9. He's a cutie. I'm cute. Though the villager's injuries do not appear to be life-threatening, he does not respond to your efforts. His breathing goes more ragged and shallow, and his vacant eyes are those of a man who has lost the will to live. Even if I wake, the nightmare goes on. No, leave me to sleep. You call out, but the man does not respond. Well, better to just be sleepy than turning into a monster, so... Yeah, very old. And anxious. An anxious anxiety being of a cat. Apparently I can't run underneath here despite the fact that I very much can. Freaking short character hitboxes. Have you come to help us? Too late, my family, my friends. Well, at least he's not turning into a monster by saying that yet. I've said that and now he's going to in the end of the cutscene, isn't he? Southeast. So we have one over here, and then we have one over here, basically. So I think those are the last two. Your mum just adopted a bonded pair of kittens. You kind of accidentally named them when giving pair suggestions of duo name references. What are they named, Tibby? What are they named? What names did you give them? Are these the only villagers who survived? I can only hope others managed to flee, but if the rest have been turned to beasts, but at 12. Let's do what we can to see that the damage spreads no further, and no matter what comes, we must keep our spirits high, lest we ourselves suffer a similar fate. Oscar and Felix. I'm trying to think of the reference and I can't. Oh my goodness! The lightning. I can tend to the rest. Pray look after Matsuya. No doubt what we've seen here weighs even heavier on his up nails. The odd couple. I don't know. I don't think I know it. That's why I don't know it. Never seen it. Oh, Mimely, this is Eurovet, the elder here. He is hurt, but praise be to the sisters, he still lives. Young Matsuya here has told me everything. I have not the words to express my gratitude for her aid. When the heavens began to burn, we were afraid, but we did our best to carry on as we've always done. Until today, when those unholy beasts came pouring onto our village, a flood of midnight and death. There are no words to describe what followed. Men and women I have known since they were babes struck down by the creatures only to rise again to join the murderous horde. In the guise of the same hideous friends. In the chaos, a handful... Watching what? Sorry. A handful of our villagers fled for their lives. I can only hope they have found their way to safety. Sorry, I got distracted. But all is good. Matsuya, do you perchance remember Karasaf and Mervin? The young couple who always brought your freshest catches? They're dead. How could I forget, Elder? When I first came to peddle my wares, desperate to eke out a living, they showed me such kindness. Others shunned me as an outsider, as is their way. But Kerasaf and Mevin brought my fish and sung its praises. They turned my fortunes around. Alas, I fear they're in terrible danger. I saw them running towards Agama Temple, one of those beasts in close pursuit. They had their child, still but a tiny babe. What if the child turns into one of those blasphemies? Oh no. To lead these fiends while caring for one so young is an impossible task, surely. I beg of you, go to their aid. I want to help them, yet I am but a fisherman. I cannot face beasts of my own. Will you come with me? Yeah. Duh. Thank you. Agama Temple lies to the west of here. We must hurry. Oh, cool. The west. You know what else is in the west? Oh, yeah, that's absolutely where one of my aether things is. Oh, I want a snack too. What snack you gonna get? What snack you gonna get? I actually have a blueberry muffin next to me. A homemade blueberry muffin. There it is, I found it. Do you think I can probably sneak past these guys? Right? I don't think I'm gonna aggro them. Oh, it's gotta be close. You can always tell how into the story you were by how many Aether Currents you miss. I grab them always because I refuse to have to manually get them later on like myself. You know what I mean? If I'm going past them, I'm getting them. Okay, one more exploration and 3 more quests. Okay, so that would be the one like down here-ish. You're saving your dinner for between 2 ultimate clown runs? What's for dinner, Tibby? Temple is just ahead. It was built by those who worship Saint Agama, but has sadly fallen to disrepair in recent years. My friends made it this far. No doubt they're hiding somewhere amidst the ruins. No, please stay. There's Kerasaf. Oh no, this is not good. Wait here. Fruit and yogurt. That's a healthier snack than what I would have, which is like chocolate or lollies or chips. Yes, I understand. The cry came from the ruins. You must hurry. I will write on my door. Oh, that, yeah, I was gonna say that one definitely saw me. Oh, so is the one to my left here? Yep, that's that one. Okay. The steak, probably gonna make some mash and boil up some broccoli. Ugh, broccoli. But steak and mashed potatoes sounds very nice. Wait, why'd that say why? It spoke. What is that mount? A gift from Tibby, I think. So what is it? Fudge defined, no, I couldn't tell you. Broccoli is great, but you can't overcook it. I hate broccoli. It tastes, the texture's bad and the taste isn't the greatest. I hate how it feels. I don't like broccoli. I don't even like hard broccoli. I don't like the broccoli texture. Cauliflower, the only thing worse than broccoli for me is cauliflower because it feels exactly like broccoli, but with no taste whatsoever. The man lies motionless on the ground, bearing a grievous wound. That's cool, I'm a healer. I can heal. That's kind of you with cauliflower. It's me for both. I'm sorry, Mimily. I tried to stay behind, but I couldn't. Oh no, we're gonna see Marzia turn? No, it cannot be. Someone, anyone. My arm's so heavy and my legs. I cannot feel my legs. It was the weird door-looking one. I'll show you after this cutscene. My arm's so heavy in my legs. I cannot feel my legs. The face, yeah. I just call it a door because it looks like a door. It has nothing to do with a door. My wife fled with our daughter. I need to find them. Need to be with them. No! Kesserif, no! Kesserif, you must stay strong! More time. I thought I had... I don't want to die. Well, good news, you're not dying. You're ceasing to exist. Look at that, Tibby. VIP means you got a link. You can link now. Look at that. Thank you. Please find them. Miven still lives and she has their child. We must search the jungle between here and Palaka's stand. There's nowhere else she could have gone, I think. You give me Karasaf. Once we have saved your wife and child, we'll return and lay you to rest. I mean, we could lay him to rest now. Hope that the wife and child don't die. That's also reasonable. It is not reasonable. That's a joke. Anyway, so it is the cosmic countenance, yeah. You see no tracks or other signs of recent travel. Mivan and the child must be elsewhere. Oh, fudge. Terminus Shadower? That's fair. That's fair, Calm. If I was more... I basically just can't be bothered is what I'm saying. I should be taking better care of myself, I don't. And that is a failing on my own part. If Mivan and her daughter came to this area recently, you see no evidence of their passage. I guess we just go back. I forgot I have this little guy! The little shrub! Forgot about him. Forgot about this little shrubby dude. Look at him. He's so cute. Whoops. You're usually mindful about, but clearly you lapsed. That's a Brussels sprout. It is a Brussels sprout. Eat your Brussels sprouts. I remember when I was a kid, I used to want to... I used to beg my parents to have Brussels sprouts because I watched Bill and Ben, the Flower Pot Men, and they ate a lot of Brussels sprouts in it. And so I was like, oh my god, they love Brussels sprouts. I must love Brussels sprouts. So I asked them for Brussels sprouts, and my parents clearly knew better. Until they eventually were like, okay, fine, we'll give you Brussels sprouts since you want them so much. Anyway, they cooked Brussels sprouts for me for one time. I absolutely hated them and never touched them again. I didn't know any better, Penthea. I didn't know any better. The kids' TV show made me think they were the most delicious thing. So I wanted them, and then I had them one time, and I was like, and my parents were like, yeah, we knew you wouldn't like them, you idiot. How'd they cook them? Oh, I don't remember. Probably steamed. I have no idea how they made them. I was like 4 or 5. Or 3. I don't know. Young. Flavor's so strong and unpleasant. I don't even remember. Roasted is the way? I don't remember. I don't remember. You like a bit of food? I don't mind bitter food, I don't think. I don't know. I was 4 or 5. Like, you got some minor surgery coming you need to lose weight for, so really watching what you're eating, going out of your way and longer routes and riding. That's fair, Tibby. I hope it goes well. I hope the surgery goes okay. Best of luck. Did you find any sign of them? I found nothing. Perhaps the beasts have chased them further from the village. O gods above, I beseech you, pray deliver Mervan and the little one to safety. Oh my god. Level 86, we swapped the dancer now. The question is, am I gonna get enough experience to level up the dancer to level 86 too? Oh, meanwhile in the skies above Thavnir. Hit the wagon.
No more enemies to trouble us here.
It's Dinian, hell yeah.
It's me. How fare you below?
It's me. It's me, Thancred.
Understood. I will inform Vritra.
Uh-oh. Oh, the Satrap dying, of course.
Chaos and panic sweep Raz-Khan, and many more have succumbed to the transformations. Amidst the fray, Ahawan fell, protecting a grief-stricken father.
Oh no. You couldn't have just let him down easy.
Friends fight alongside your radiant host to secure the capital. Beasts have been sighted in Palakistan as well. We have divided our forces in hopes of quelling the threat there. Of small solace is that we now know what triggers the transformation. As my companions tell it,
Time for President Dragon to stand up and take charge. Might have to.
So it is the very fear and despair in their hearts which inflict this abhorrent punishment upon them. A nightmare for which my children will never awake.
Oh, he looks like he's been injured.
Oh, capricious and cruel fate, they are undeserving of such condemnation.
will you wallow in sorrow or rise to the occasion?
Wallow in sorrow, thanks.
Raz-Khan is leaderless. Before he passed, Ahawan sought to reveal the truth to his people. Honor his wishes.
To what end? To breed a new conflict between dragon and man.
Wait, oh, of course. I forget where it came from.
These claws could reduce thee to shreds with a touch. These jaws crush thy bones to dust.
Westy, hello, woo woo. How are you, Westy? Hope you're doing well. Welcome in.
Only through my proxy could I walk with my children. Without him, I am a bringer of fear, no different from the beasts which beleaguer them.
Perhaps so. Only in death were Hraesvelgr and Shiva united. Indeed, whenever man and dragon have come together, death has ever been the inevitable result.
But we can change that. We can change it.
Fear of your kind that sparked a nigh-endless war. Fear and hate of which Nidhogg drank deep as he laid waste to my homeland. And in turn, I took my revenge on his brood. Blood for blood, pain for pain. I thought nothing of theirs, only of mine.
This is so sad, chat.
And yet, were the chasm between us too vast,
Specifically Tibby
and
and Westy having missing each other. That's so
Hraesvelgr
sad.
would not have borne Isail to battle and our rescue. He would never have entrusted a mortal champion with one of his eyes, and the Dragonsong War would still rage on. And I would still wage a never-ending war of violence and vengeance. The future of our star be damned. I cannot speak for Ahawan's greater goals, yet I know that he served you, served your people, long and true. In this time of unprecedented crisis, he turned to you. You could do worse than to place your trust in him.
Hey,
It will
as
not be
long as
easy,
you're doing better, Tibby.
But the future of Raz-Khan hangs in the balance.
Little by little. Uh-oh.
We have company.
We have company, but I didn't make any tea. I say I don't even drink tea. I don't even know if we have tea in the house. Apparently Pentia says we do. You can tell Pentia is the one who drinks the tea.
It's all or nothing.
Oh. At least until Clown Ultimate finishes draining the life out of you. Ugh, yeah, well. I hope it doesn't drain the life out of you. That almost sounded like I was going to say I hope it doesn't finish draining the life out of you. No! That's not where I'm going with that. Into inventory on that one. If Mivan fled deep into the jungle, she and her child are in grave danger. Whatever are we to do? God have mercy. Do you want to turn into a beast like them? They'll just make it more terrifying. Must try to stay calm, Matsuya. I forgot about these glasses. I'm changing them. I don't know if they fit the dancer vibe. But how can I at a time like this? They should be dead. They're very secret agent vibe. Secret agent? Almost to the last big wall, the 5 rest should be pretty... Ooh! Best of luck, TV. That sounds like you're almost there. If I allow myself to be overcome by this fear, I too might become a beast. I'm not sure I understand, but I'll do my best. I believe, Tibby. I've seen to the wounded. How did the 2 of you fare? Did you find your friends? One of them dead. One of them very dead. Weeks away, but at least it's not months. I mean, weeks can be months. 8 weeks is 2 months. Sorry, I hit my microphone. Yeah, ultimates would be no joke. I see, in that case, let us help you find the mother and child. Before we leave, you must ensure the village will be safe in our absence. Alzai and I will patrol the area and search for more beasts. Would you and Matsuya speak with Elder Yuravet? Pray explain to him the situation and join us as soon as you're able. Do I have to? Can't we just go find the person who's missing? That seems like a better use of our time. I mean, well, I guess you two are doing it. Fine. We will save Mivan and the child. We can do that much for Karasaf. Oh, wow. Wah, 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 wah. Let's see what other face wear would be. Could just go back to the tinted one. Oh no, wait, not those ones. The cat eye ones. I'm heartened to see both safe. What of the family? We found Karasaf, but he... Say no more, I understand. We've lost another of our dear friends. Karasaf may be gone, but there's still hope for Mivan and their child. Please find them, I beg of you. And if in your search you come across anyone else who has escaped the slaughter, pray tell what happened. I'll do my best to keep the villagers safe and the spirits high. Come on, let us rejoin your friends at once. Oh, wow, they really did not go far. I'm pleased to report the vicinity appears to be beast-free, no doubt thanks to your earlier efforts. And with that, let's resume our search for your friend and their child. Where should we begin, Matsuya? If we follow If we follow the path south, we'll arrive at Perusa, a temple. It's a sacred place where people go to commune with the divinities. It's possible Mivan sought shelter there and perhaps other villages as well. They're settled. Stay close, alright? You two take the lead, keep an eye out for beasts and anyone else in need of help. We make for Perusa as quickly as we're able with me. I'm still not enjoying it as much as Shadowbringers. However, I am enjoying it. It's getting exciting. It's interesting. But I still prefer Shadowbringers. Having said that, I think a lot of it is just I don't like Thavnair as a zone. That's my problem, because this is super exciting, this is super amazing, and as stupid as it is, I know that if this sort of questline was happening in like Limsa or like Gridania or like something like that, I would be so into it and enjoying it so much more. I just don't like Thavnair. I just don't have any attachments to it, you know? There's better zones coming. Oh no, I know. I'm sure there is. It's just like that's sort of like making it hard for me to really enjoy it to the fullest. I don't know why I did that. It's just a dash. You just got your Midgard ult to post patch of Shadowbringers. You've been progressing with your friend Sol, of course. Gives him the kick in the butt he needs to actually do MSQ. Good. Good. Thank you, I thought I was done for. Mivan. She's a friend of mine too, but I've not seen her. She must still be out there somewhere trying to avoid the beasts. And with her child, gods, worry not for me, I can make my way back to the village of my own. Okay, no more currents, good. My problem is, as much as I would love to keep playing Final Fantasy, I feel like I have like 15 other games I want to be playing at the moment. And I need to split my time between them all. Because I know I'm not going to just finish Final Fantasy like first, because that's not going to happen. So I want to play the other games, and it's like, it's just too much. I got too much. Mimily, wait, Perusa lies just up ahead, but something terrible has happened. The beasts have come, and many have already been killed. Alphinaud and Alizé have gone to do what they can, but there are so many, more than I could count. You must be ready. Oh, jeez. More info dropping for Evercold? I have not seen a thing of Evercold because, you know, I don't want to be spoiled. But I am very excited to get there. I forgot how the freaking thing works with the... I forgot how Dancer works. Curious about the changes they'll be making to combat and how to condense. I am curious about that as well. I completely forgot about that. I am very curious. Hesitant, but curious. I think it's a good thing that they are allowing the opportunity for people to either choose to be with the new form or the old form to allow that like little bit of like crossing over and sticking with something like familiarity until the time is when like people realize how it works. It's a good middle ground. It does, but I think that's why they're doing it as like a, not a full like immediate change, but as a opt-in feature first to get the data, to get the feedback and stuff, right? This new, not a battle pass. If it's not a battle pass, I don't see the issue, to be honest. I think it's just more of like a rewarding people for like engaging with the game. And if they're already gonna engage with it, then like, if it's free and it doesn't cost any money, then what harm could there be, you know? It's just rewarding people for playing the game that they're already going to be playing. I do get the concerns though, because you see the word Battle Pass and you freak out, but like if it doesn't even cost anything, Hello? Game? Me just running around in circles. I want to be all like, you can't touch this, but he very much is touching this, and it's scary. Possible source of FOMO? I mean, yes. But like, here's my take on it, right? You have a subscription-based game that you're already paying for monthly. So if you, hold on. I guess if it's a subscription-based game that you need to pay for monthly, I guess the FOMO would be if you're not currently subscribed for that month, then it's asking you to pay the subscription just to play the game to therefore get the battle pass. But Pantheon just yelled out they already do that with housing, and you know what? That's so valid. Like, I get it, but like, to me, it's like, if you're already playing the game, if you're already paying for the subscription, you're already playing for the game, there's no harm in adding extra benefits to the game for the fact that you're playing it, right? Like, they already have, like, it's a live service game. It's just a... Sorry, Panthea's just saying something. Panthea thinks it's going to be similar to the same things we have now about whether it's going to be like grinding poetics and stuff rather than like new unique events that you can only get one time. But even then, like, even if that was the case, it's a live service game. They need to have people coming in to play content and stuff like that. They're already running, like, they run events that are like one-off events, like you get rewards for events and stuff. That's just the nature of games like this. If they're going to add in an extra free source of like doing things and stuff just from playing the game, provided it doesn't take too much difficulty to level up and you don't have to go way out of your way to do things you don't enjoy having to do, like if they're not going to... In my eyes, if they're not trying to force people to do PvP for like 30 games a day or whatever the fudge just to get like a single reward that people really want, if they're not going to do something like that, then it's fine. Having said that, that already exists with the whole PvP like Wolfmark system regardless. So I think it's just like, it's just going to be more of what's already there, which sucks for the people who don't care for it but want the rewards anyway. But again, just how these things are. I'm just happy as long as it's not paid for. You know? Like, yeah, if locking unique things behind maxing it out requiring daily interactions, if it's going to be that ridiculous where you have to play daily, otherwise you don't get it, and there's, like, no means for catch up and stuff like that, if it's that oppressive, then there's going to be an issue. 100% agree. If it's going to be that oppressive, it will be an issue. But based on how Final Fantasy has been generally and how much the devs and, like, even, like, Yoshi P is very much like, oh, you don't have the money or you don't feel like you have to play right now, then just don't play. The game's not going anywhere. We're not taking anything away from the game. Like, they're already very much like that I don't think that they're going to really change that stance that they have, you know? You just don't like change. No, so fair, TB. I used to be like you. I used to hate change. Panthea just called out that she doesn't like change either. Like, I totally get that. Change is scary. But change can also be good. Change can also be exciting. Panthea's just like, eh. I get it. I do, Tibby. It's one of those things that I think we'll just have to wait and see how it is when it comes out. And you never know, it might not be that bad. And the new systems might work really well. And guess what? If it doesn't work really well and enough people hate it and complain and they don't like it, then there's going to be two things that happen, right? One, they're going to see that the community doesn't like it and they're going to walk back on some things or make some further changes. Or two, they're going to keep it in there and the game is going to go downhill and they're going to lose a bunch of subscribers. Everyone's going to stop playing, the game will die. I don't think they'll let that happen given that this game is literally the only reason that Square Enix is getting any money at all as a company. So I think we're okay that they want to keep people to be happy paying subscribers. You know what I mean? They're not going to destroy the whole player base just to add in a free FOMO, non-paid battle pass in. Like, it doesn't make sense. But I do get the concern. It's a game that everyone loves, and it's a really good game. It's a game that's been around for ages. It's people's, like, safe place. They don't want it to go to hell. I understand that. I don't have anything else to say, I think that pretty much sums everything. I think it'll be okay, and if not, I have faith that they're gonna listen to people's thoughts on it. Not like some other companies that absolutely would never. But we will have to see. There you are, how fare the others? I see. You've seen to all the beasts in sight? In that case, let's have everyone gather in front of the temple. I also think that I might be finishing up shortly as well. I don't know exactly how shortly, but given it's about 8:30 and I've been going for about 2 hours, just a heads up, I don't know how much longer I'll be streaming for. Just a heads up.
Courage, friend. The pain will pass.
Auto gear leveling sounds really good for when you're leveling up alt jobs. Oh my god, yes. Yes. I forgot about that. That's cool. That's cool. It also break high-end rating gearing as currently. I feel like it's probably going to be... I feel like it's going to be more of a catch-up mechanic more than a just break the leveling system mechanic. It sounds like it's going to be like, hey, if you have this job that's like much higher gear, then you can sort of like get a boost up to it. But I suspect that like it's not going to completely ruin everything for every other job. But yeah, you're right. We'll have to see exactly how it works. The way I see it is that games like this game and World of Warcraft, which World of Warcraft has a much worse problem than this game does, because at least with this game, everything is on the one character. So if you drop gear from like other like classes or jobs or whatever, at least you can hold on to that for your other jobs. But in World of Warcraft, you can just fudging level up one single job on one class and one character, get to max level, have to go through the whole pain of leveling it, and miss out on any opportunity to level any other class, like at all, because they're completely separate characters. And like they've recently introduced systems for catch-up, like the warband system and like catch-up mechanics for like leveling your gear and other ones or whatever, but that's so recent. Like I feel like this game, even still with all those changes WoW's implemented, I still feel like this game's got it pretty good. Like generally, just being able to do everything on the one class and still grind for things for others. But I do like the auto eye level syncing that's going to come in. It does sound like it's going to be good. We'll probably have just to wait to see how it goes in practice. I do feel like it's not going to be as simple as like, oh, you have best in slot gear for White Mage. Congratulations, you now have best in slot gear for that slot for every single job in the entire game. I feel like that's probably a bit much, right? I feel like that'll just be way too broken because it's like you get one good drop and suddenly, bam, you're done. I imagine there'll be some stipulations to it. Yeah, it might cap to dungeon gear level or something, or like it might even cap to like, you need to have that particular... I feel like it's probably a situation of like, you need to have... I wonder if it's like, if your particular average eye level of that class is a certain... Hold on, I'm not wording this properly. I wonder if it's a situation where it's like, oh, you've dropped a White Mage staff. That's at like eye level 900, for instance, right? Congratulations, now every other class can have an eye level 900, like, primary weapon or whatever, as long as your average eye level for White Mage is like 880 or something. If your eye level for White Mage is 880, then everyone else gets the benefit of that thing. Like, I imagine there might be a range where like you only get the best in slot thing if you are close to the eye level anyway. Well, okay, bad choice choosing a weapon. You're right, Tibby. Weapons probably should be excluded. That was just an example and a really bad one, but I feel like that there's got to be some stipulations, right? Surely you don't just like do a dungeon and suddenly you drop like a weapon that's like not a weapon, like a hat or a helmet that's like 100 eye levels above your average, and then it's like, oh, guess what? Now everyone's got that best in slot. There has to be some prerequisite. Otherwise, it wouldn't make any sense. And I do think weapons being separate might be helpful. I wonder if it's like, as long as your weapon is best in slot, like, is eye level this, maybe then we'll make all your other ones, like, up to that. I don't know. Well, yeah, but that's never going to change, Tibby. That'll never change. I do want to know how they're doing it, because I'm, like, so certain they're not just going to say, bam, whatever your highest gear is, you got that for all your characters, good job. Like, that just seems a little... That seems a little easy and a little strong. But I don't know.
Has anyone seen Mevan? could she be?
Oh no, where's Mevin? This is true, Tibby. But then what they'll do is they'll just put in their dress
dealt
on.
with all the blasphemies and made certain no villagers are still in hiding.
And they won't have to have it in their armory to wear for like... And I think this is probably going to be a good change for that. Exactly. If you're, say, like, a white mage main, and you have this really pretty dress that you want to use and glam for all your other classes, and it's like, but it's best in slot, you'll want to save it for your white mage, meaning you can't chuck it in your glamour dresser. But now, you can just chuck it in your glamour dresser.
Good work. We've otherwise tended to the wounded as best we can.
What will become of us?
And I say this specifically because you can glamour any class's gear onto, like, anything. Obviously, if you're a white mage and you want the white mage, like, dress on, it doesn't matter whether you've glamour dressed it or not, you'll just wear it. But if you want to have the white mage dress for, like, your paladin or whatever, you can't glamour dresser it. That's sort of what I was going for. Turn the gear slots into glam slots and have an eye level upgrades unlocks as part of the battle pass. I don't like that. I don't know why. They'd have to change so much to get that to work, right? I don't know how that would work.
Help is on the way, surely. We may have to abandon our homes now, but we will return someday.
But where can we go? Is anywhere even safe?
It would also get rid of the ability of chasing, like, gear upgrades, because you wouldn't be chasing gear upgrades anymore. You'd just be gradually gaining, like, experience or something at, like, a specific predetermined pace, and then once you play enough of a thing, you'll level up, and that doesn't feel good.
That
I don't know, though. That changed way too much.
Nowhere's safe. Run all you like, but there's no escaping these things. And even if I could...
No, don't do it! Don't turn! She's gonna turn. Yeah, I don't think that's where they're going with it. That seems like an insane change.
This isn't good. The more they dwell on the tragedy, the more likely we are to lose them too.
Guys, don't do it. You'll all be okay. We
My
made
friends,
cookies and cake.
This is a place of worship.
Have I heard Matsuya's
Should
voice
your
before?
heart quake with sadness, cast your mind to the heavens and remember. Remember the teachings of the old gods.
The old gods?
Did they not
Oh,
implore
no.
us to stand fast when waves of sorrow break against our shores?
I do think, Tibby, that they're definitely not going to go down that path, because the reason it failed is because the market was oversaturated as hell with mobile games. So, you know, why lean into the competition?
Know this, my children. There is more ugliness than beauty in this world.
Not ugliness.
To live is to suffer. To drink of calamity and drown in anguish. To toil and be tested, always and ever.
'Tis a perilous path you walk. Death lurks in the dark, and is the sole promise that awaits at journey's end. You will tremble with terror. You will weep tears of anger and despair.
But do not avert your eyes. See your life for what it is.
I'm so glad all these absolutely, like, random civilians with, like, no name and no backstory or anything are getting the super well-voiced lines. When, like, out of nowhere. Like, I remember this game didn't used to voice anyone unless they were important. And even then, it had to be an important cutscene.
The hardships make you strong.
Every doubt reforged as scales for your armor. Every agony to temper your blade.
Thank you, lad. We'd almost forgotten who we are.
Good, never forget. Never forget.
My undying gratitude to you as well, my friends. You were searching for Mevin, no?
Mevin.
We must return home. I pray you help the boy find his friend.
Gladly. We dispatched what beasts we could, but the roads are still dangerous. Stay together and go in safety.
That was very impressive, what you did back there. Those words seem to resonate with your people.
Yeah, after this
They
cutscene, I
should.
think I'm calling it a stream chat.
They were the first spoken unto our
Maybe they're
ancestors by the
sleepy.
divinity of legend. I'm easily upset, and fish are wont to flee a temperamental hand.
Fish!
So I recite the teachings over and over to calm myself.
He's got that fish AI in him. Freaking fish AI.
They're lovely and inspiring to hear, though I imagine they were born of great misfortune.
They are born of life. There's as much bad as good in it. More, many would attest. All the more reason to appreciate the good when you can.
I won't argue with that.
Oh.
In darkness, seek joy.
That got so loud.
Surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow.
Thanks, Heidelin.
And with that, let us see if we can't find Mervyn.
What are you?
Did you see? That beast was chasing someone.
We're gonna have to save them next time, guys. Imagine it being like, we'll have to save that person next time. We'll save them next week. Okay. We're gonna find someone to raid, because I am sleepy. Thank you everybody so much for watching though. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I will probably be playing more of this next Saturday as well. I think I'm still gonna keep it to once a week for now. Just because I really want to get through Inquisition again. I feel like playing some other games, maybe some Sea of Thieves, like Penty and Thaxos if they're available at any point. Like I want to do other stuff too on stream. So I can't fit Final Fantasy every day. And unfortunately, I only stream 3 days a week now because life. We're gonna say hi to Awful Andy. If you guys remember, Andy is one of my friends from university from when I was doing my law degree. And he's playing Marvel Rivals. So we're gonna go say hi to him. I don't think I've raided him in a hot minute, so he will not be expecting this. He's playing Black Widow, which got the which got the rework and is seeming kind of fun. Anyway, go say hi to Andy. I'll catch you guys another time zone, another stream, probably Wednesday as usual, but I'll have to check. I actually might stream a bit more next week, maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. No promises. Okay, go say hi to Andy. I'll catch you all on another stream in another time zone. Thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Okay, I'm heading out. Take care, everyone. Have fun. Goodbye. Don't die or I will cry because I'm a crybaby and then we'll blame it on Tibby. Sorry, Tibby, you were just there. Okay, bye everyone. Twitch, can you do the raid thing, Twitch? Twitch isn't letting me press the raid button, chat. Twitch isn't the raid button isn't showing up in my freaking dashboard. Push harder. It's not even showing. Yeah, but I can't. Wait, can you press the raid button? Chat, we might have to wait like another 10 seconds. Unless, hold on, chat. Hold on. We can do this. We can push harder. I'll push it as hard as I can. You want your bonus squawks? It's going to raid. I just have to wait for the countdown rather than just pressing the raid now button, which I usually just do. Anyway. I don't know. I can't see the countdown either. Okay, well, it's about to raid over anyway. So thanks for being here, everyone. I appreciate you all. Go say hi to Andy and get your raids and stuff. Okay, bye!